and Tourism, Senator Ivana Bacik, to respond to the debate.
Thank you, Chair. Friends and comrades, I'm delighted to have the opportunity to speak on this. Ivana Bacik, Fitzgerald, Carney Branch, Dublin South East. And first to thank the proposers for these motions, particularly with such an early start. It's good to have a debate on the arts. And again, just sorry there aren't more motions on this. I think, as Councillor Henry Upton has said, motion 23 is important because it addresses the direct subsidy of €30 million that is granted to the horse and greyhound industry. And while in the home of the Galway races, of course we recognise the importance of this sector in the Irish industry, in the Irish economy, at the same time, when we see such swinging and enormous cutbacks across the arts and culture sector, we do have to question the merit of that sort of direct subsidy to one industry. On motion 24, I agree entirely with the sentiment expressed by Councillor Jane Dillon-Byrne that we need to ensure that there is no abuse of the artists' income tax exemption scheme. I would share, however, some of the concern expressed by the previous speaker, by Alma, about the danger that for every former Taoiseach who abuses this scheme through claiming tax exemption on his memoirs, we might have a struggling artist in a garret who has spent perhaps 3, 4, 5 years working on a masterpiece, be it a sculpture, a piece of art or a piece of literature, and who then might earn well over the 30 or indeed the 50,000 in 1 year. I think we need to have the facility for artists to average out their income to ensure that we're not in fact hurting the wrong people with this motion, although I do, as I say, support it, and I think it just requires a little tweaking to ensure that it doesn't create any individual injustice. Finally, comrades and friends, at this time when we're seeing such enormous cutbacks in the arts and the huge drop in income for the Arts Council, I think it's very important that we in the Labour Party develop and promote a very vibrant and dynamic policy on the arts and on culture. The National Campaign for the Arts, which was established in order to oppose the cutbacks in this area, the National Campaign for the Arts has argued very strongly of the enormous value to the economy and to society that the arts and creative areas provide. €2 billion is what cultural tourism is worth to this country, and that's according to the Fáilte Ireland figures. The culture and the creative sector and the arts generate 170,000 jobs. It's a sector we simply have to continue to promote, and we have to ensure adequate funding. Our party president, Michael D. Higgins, was the most important and indeed the most inspirational Minister for the Arts that this country has ever had. And in the Labour Party, we need to ensure that we have strengthened our presence in the arts community, that we support the National Campaign for the Arts, and that we campaign against any further cutbacks in the arts and in the creative, cultural sectors. Thank you, delegates.